a year ago and continue to rack up points again this season. Stanford is the second highest scoring off a first-round host and went over Boston College in the ACC tournament may have given them a full career. The Tigers faced Ole Miss in the first round with back-to-back berths. Played what felt like a title match, narrowly losing 3-2 to rival UCLA in the second overtime period to close. Arkansas had no such weight, safely in the field for the season with the in-state flavor against Sun Belt champ Little Rock. For the belt, it starts with Kansas back in the tournament after a one-year absence last year. St. Louis won the A-10 to punch its ticket for the first time since all the way back in 2006. Howard has played in the tournament only once. That was back in 2015, but won the SWAC to return again.
It's the opportunity to host for the second time in school history. How big is that for the direction you want to take this program?
It's big for a lot of reasons. First, we've been on the road for 8 days, so I think we need to sleep in our beds for a little bit. Just the lack of having to travel again will be huge just from a competitive standpoint. But we're 9-1 and also at home, and we know how big our fans are, how big of a home field advantage this is. And I can't imagine anyone was hoping for the Arkansas draw. But ULR is a really good team. They won their conference. It's an in-state rival. I'm sure I'll have them all riled up, telling them, this is a chance to play the big dogs. But our team does very well at home, and we're looking forward to it.
What is it about playing here, especially this season, that has been successful for you?
Yeah, our style is really reliant on emotion and energy and passion, and the fans bring that. So in the moments of the game, maybe when we hit a lull, they get it back for us. And scoring goals, you can just tell when you play here, it just has a different feeling, a different electricity. Everyone in the conference has kind of said this is one of the top 2 hardest places to play in the country. And the other one's A&M, which is like a top 5 team. So we're building a home field advantage that's second to none, and we're pretty excited about that.
Playing UALR, this doesn't happen, so it's a precedent that's going to be set, and it's here in the tournament.
Yeah, what an exciting matchup. You got to think the fans from both teams will be here. An NCAA tournament anytime it'll generate interest, but when you're playing someone that you don't normally have an opportunity to play, this can be huge. For the state and for soccer in the state, and this isn't just about the Razorbacks now. This is about the state and the sport. So super excited for that, and looking forward to that opportunity.
Have you seen them play? Any footage of them?
We've not. We saw them play like 3rd, 4th game in the season. They had just played someone we played, but that was 16 games ago. So yeah, we don't know much about them.
You guys had a really good tournament. What can you build off of that tournament going into the big dance?
We got to get better PKs. That's the first thing. We said this. We gave up 1 goal in an entire SEC tournament, and it was a shot from 40 yards. So defensively, we're playing really good. We created a lot of chances. We're actually built for an NCAA tournament because we run a lot. We run hard, and so only have to do that on once versus like 3 games in 5 days is an advantage for us. And we like the draw. Everyone in the NCAA tournament's good, but sometimes the draw in the NCAA tournament can be a pretty important factor, and we think this one, plays out in a way where we feel like if we do our thing, we could make a run.
Playing at home, does that kind of turn the page a little bit quicker for you guys?
No doubt. Last year we did this and we played an extra game, but then we had to leave on Wednesday, go to the NCAA tournament, and it was a lot. The travel was it was a lot, and we were sleeping in a hotel again, and to at least have 1 game where you can just sleep in your bed and go to some class, and it's going to be massive.
But just to turn the page from how yesterday ended up.
Yeah, and we made this selection show a party. We wanted to remind them that this is a big deal. For 25 years or however many, no one from Arkansas went. And now we've gotten to the point where we go every year, and sometimes they forget, this is a big deal. And that's a good place to be in, but we don't want to be there. We want them to have a chance to celebrate that and enjoy that. And then you're playing at home, so I think now you can just kind of be like, okay, we have something to look forward to. Let's turn the page. I think we're probably still a day away from turning the page. We try to throw a little party to get them in the right mindset, but the reality is that's hard, right? They wanted to win an SEC championship, and we fell PK short, but couldn't be more proud of them. 3 straight finals is a big accomplishment that certainly after the season we'll sit back and reflect on.
Without so many home fans, how have you done so well in the SEC tournament the last 3 years?
I don't know. Everyone's asked. I think one of the big things is we're very reliant on energy and emotion. And when the chips are down, we have a very tough team. I think our style, sometimes you hear in postseason play, announcers will say, the other team, both teams are feeling each other out, or there's no feeling out anything when we're playing. You better be ready from the kickoff or you're going to get buried, and that happened to Ole Miss. They gave up 3 goals. They brought some nerves, and 3 goals later, 7 minutes in, and now the game's over. So, you better bring it. Our players are really tough when things matter. That's when we were really good. I think we were 4-0-3 against the top 30 or 5-0-3. We play very well when the game feels big, and you go to the SEC tournament, it feels big. So I think they do really well in those situations.
How much does the team really gotten your firiness and attitude, and how much does that come across to them to take it out there on the field as fiery as you are?
I think it's a lot of things, right? Like some of it is in the recruiting process. Like you have to have a little bit of that to even want to come here. We wouldn't trade our players for anyone. When things matter, there's no one you would rather have on your side than them. And even our leadership, I mean, Carly Hoke is one tough, if there's a tougher athlete on this campus, I don't know who it is. Reese Christopherson is just cool as it comes, and Ellie Braden's the hometown kid. That's going to be a big, big moment for her. They're an awesome leadership group, and they're competitive. We do this thing, we do like a name that tune thing. And no matter who is here, the judge is just yelled at and screamed. It is hilarious. John Fag came in the other day, and he was the judge, and they were yelling at him for 5 minutes and name that tune because he was getting who got the points wrong. So it's a competitive group. It's a fun group, and we're looking forward to it.
You guys didn't have the biggest celebration out there when they called your name. Do you think was that because you expected to be in the tournament, or why do you think that was?
Yeah, when you know you're in, it's not as big of a like a surprise. Our RPI was 25, one of the best resumes in the country. I think it would have been disappointing if we didn't host. We thought we had a chance at a seed. We knew we had a chance at a seed. We didn't get that. But the way soccer is, they only seat 16 teams, so the seed isn't as big of a deal. So it's more about the draw, and we liked it.
Getting to host for the only second time in school history, how cool is that?
I guess it's really cool, but we're getting to the point where it's starting to become kind of expected. So we're starting to get the reputation that we're going to be in the tournament every year and hopefully host every year. So it's really exciting, and it's really cool to be able to do it in front of our fans one more time because we have the best fans in the country, and we're undefeated at home right now, so it's very exciting.
What is it about playing at home for you guys?
Honestly, it's like all the drums, all the fans, all the screaming. Whenever there's a big crowd, it's all the way around the field. I don't know. It's just the adrenaline. Everyone's cheering for you. It's great.
I know you guys don't know much about UALR, but it's an opportunity for you guys to play an in-state school, which doesn't happen.
Yeah. I don't really know much about that because I've only been here for 3 years, but I guess it's exciting. I don't really know. Is it? I don't know.
It's rare and it's probably the first time this ever happened in soccer. So just getting that opportunity to play an in-state school.
Yeah, that's really cool. I'm sure they'll have fans coming up here too, so maybe it'll be even more packed.
How do you guys approach this tournament?
One game at a time. You're not going to the next round unless you win the first round. So it's just one game at a time, and hopefully we go as far as we can.
Putting behind Sunday, how quickly do you guys have to do that and get prepared for Friday?
It stings. It's probably going to sting for a while, but, you have to get over it. You got another game to play, and you're playing for a bigger title now, so we got to move on. And, I don't think it's ever going to feel great that we lost, but you just got to forget about it, and you got to move on to the next game.
Home game, first round of the tournament. What's it like to know you're going to be at home this week?
Our best, we're our best when we're at home, so I think we're just excited that we're able to play at home. It's our second time ever doing it, so I think we're just all really excited and looking forward to the next game.
Getting to face Little Rock, this doesn't happen, so you guys are going to kind of get a first crack at it.
I know, it'll be interesting. I don't know much about them, but I'm sure they're a very good team. They made it to the tournament, and I think we're just excited to move on from our last game and continue.
Just putting behind what happened yesterday as you move forward through this tournament.
I think it's a big part of it. I don't think we can dwindle on the past, and I think it's important to move forward. So I think everyone's excited just for a new chance to start and try to make a run in it.
You mentioned being your best at home. What is it about playing here that has been good for you guys this season?
I think it's our fans. They really bring a lot of energy, and we really feed off of that when things aren't going our way. So to have the opportunity to play at home again is something we're really looking forward to.
The crowd is probably going to be a big crowd for you guys, but then you're going to have some people from Little Rock coming up to cheer on the Trojans.
I think it'll create a really cool atmosphere, and I'm really looking forward to see what it will be like.
Coach, sit there and talk to you about moving through this tournament and how you have an opportunity. How do you guys look at that?
Honestly, we just look at it game to game. So, we just look at it as each game, what we're going to do. So we don't really look at it as a whole tournament. It's just we just focus on each of our opponents and then just try to win each game.